Hi, I'm CMAT, and this is behind the lyrics of No More Virgos. I'm here in my house where I live. So I arranged and wrote the album If My Wife Knew I'd Be Dead in Lisbon when I was on an artist residency there. And maybe 5 days into the residency, I realized that every single song on the album was really depressing, and that everything that I had in the bag for the album at that point was really sad and really dark and really deep. And I just kind of got annoyed at myself, and I was like, I want one song that's just not that serious and that's just a bit of fun and like poking fun at myself, and not only fun and lighthearted in a thematic lyrical sense, but also just like in a musical sense. I wanted something that would like really be like a palate cleanser in the album. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who is a brilliant musician called Tom Aspall. One of the nights where I was in Lisbon, we were texting and we got onto the topic of star signs, and he was like, what star sign are you? And I was like, I'm a Pisces. And then he was like, so who do you date mostly? Like, what kind of people do you date? And I was like, they're all Virgos. Every single person that I've ever been in an actual relationship with is a Virgo. And he was like, oh my God, I'm a Virgo. And after that conversation, that was just like trickling around in my head of like, damn, I do be always dating Virgos. That's really annoying. And also my friends in particular are sick of me going out with the same terrible people over and over and over again. So I just started writing that song, and in particular I was thinking of Tom Aspall, whose music I love, and I was thinking about the fact that he has a very delicious handlebar mustache. So the first line that came to me of the verse was, don't look at me like that through your handlebar. And I was picturing him because he's a sexy man. I'm pretty sure I wrote this song in like a day. This is one of these songs where the idea came and the melody came. I think the first thing that came to me, the first part of the song that came to me was the chorus. So, no more Virgos. And I just kind of stretched it out from there. I probably started and finished this song in a day. It was one of those ones that's like a gift from God where it just, everything comes together really quickly and you feel finished with it in about a day. Because I was just having fun, and it's been a while since I'd had fun really writing a song by myself and just like laughing at how ridiculous it was. But it was a fun song to write. I think I finished the writing of it in like a day and a half. And then it took me a while to arrange it and figure out what was going where. The backing vocals came pretty late. I was thinking a lot at the time about Charlie Pride, who is a huge musical reference on the album. And in particular, he has this song called Mountain of Love, where there's just these amazing backing vocals that take up a huge space in the track and in the arrangement. So it's like, down on the night on the people look at it. So he's like singing in this really low register. He's like, the mountain of love, the mountain of love. And the backing vocalists are kind of really up high and in this kind of screechy tone, and they're going, oh yeah. And I really wanted something that like mirrored that, because I was listening to that song nonstop. I was listening to that song Mountain of Love by Charlie Pride, I'm gonna say 40 times a day for like 3 months. It was insane. That song is like ingrained into my biological makeup now. But yeah, I wanted backing vocals that kind of reflected those Charlie Pride backing vocals. Don't look at me like that through your handlebar. I can handle lots by this. A walking Insta ad for a broken heart. I could fall apart from one kiss. So a walking Insta ad for a broken heart is actually a reference to a song, a country song by a singer called Norma Jean. She was the original lady singer. That's what they're like, the lady singer. She was the original lady singer on the Porter Wagoner show before Dolly Parton was. That's how Dolly Parton got her big break, and that's how she became Dolly Parton today. But before Dolly Parton, there was a singer on the Porter Wagoner show called Norma Jean, and she had a solo record, And one of the songs on it was called I'm a Walking Advertisement for the Blues. I had also been listening to that song a lot recently, and I don't know, I just really liked that turn of phrase. And I like to spend a lot of time on the Instagram Explore page, so I tried to mash Norma Jean and myself together in that lyric, I suppose. I had to make a deal with myself. I've been doing so well. You should have seen it. All the guys just been with the slip up. Now my friends will send me to hell. No hesitation, send her to hell. So that line is pretty much does what it says in the tin. I date the same person over and over again, and every time I'm getting into something, a couple of friends of mine will be like, don't do it. Don't. You know this is going to end. You know that this is going to end badly. Why are you doing it? So I have a good, strong support network of girlos that try to stop me from making bad decisions for myself, but I still do it all the time anyway. And yeah, that lyric is them. The backing vocal lyrics in that segment, and also in the next segment that reflects it, is basically the voice of my friends. So like the lead vocal is me kind of rationalizing, doing things and being like, well, maybe I can, maybe it's not that bad, maybe it's not that bad, maybe it's like actually really nice. And then the backing vocal is my friends coming in and being like, no, you can't do this. I kind of was thinking a lot about the film Hercules, and there's a song called I Won't Say I'm in Love. And I feel like No More Virgos is the opposite of that song, because in that song, you've got the lead vocalist being like, I'm not in love, I shouldn't go for him, he's bad. And the backing vocalists, who are our friends, are like, no, you should, you always do this, come on, like, live a little, go for it, you know, take risks. In No More Virgos, the lead vocalist, which is like the character of me, is like, I love him, I think he's great, maybe I should just go for it. And my friends who are the backing vocalists, or the muses in this case, are like, no, don't do it. Don't do it again. So yeah. No more Virgos, no more little September boys. Buy me Waitrose, give me just enough to keep me nice. Yeah, no more Virgos, no more little September boys. I'm aware that there are some Virgos born in August, don't care about them. Yeah, buy me Waitrose. So I am an Irish person from Ireland, and we don't have Waitrose in Ireland. And since I've released this song, I've already gotten criticism for putting a very English specific reference in a song. But in my defense, Waitrose rhymes with Virgos. That's my only excuse. Also, I really wanted to think of something that is, realistically, the line that I really wanted to put in there was, no more Virgos, no more little September boys, buys me Marks and Spencer's. Because, you know, like I was thinking about like a shop that's like, you know, it's actually not bougie, but it has the veneer of being bougie. So if someone was like doing the bare minimum to win your love, or was doing like the bare minimum to perform like big romantic gestures, they might buy you like a bag of cookies from Marks and Spencer's, or that's how my love is bought. So I had to basically think of an equivalent of that rhymed with Virgos. So it's Waitrose. So don't fight me, our island of Ireland, please, 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 I can't take it anymore. I know you like me and I like your taste. I've had 9 lives, I'm on my 8th, so no more Virgos, no more Virgos. Yeah, I've had 9 lives, I'm on my 8th, is basically like, you know, with these kind of romantic interactions or whatever, you're kind of running out the clock a little bit. Like, if you do the same thing over and over again and you get the same results over and over again, you kind of, when you become conscious of that, you realize that you're coming towards the end of this series of patterns. Like, I only kind of realized this year that that's what I was doing. And I now feel like I'm on a different path where I'm going to do different things and maybe make better choices for myself. But it takes a while to get there. It does take a while to get there. Sipping on a drink that you bought for me, and I'm losing steam. Oh no. My mental health is banking on my chastity, and you're bad for me. Although. So my mental health is banking on my chastity. That lyric is probably something that I've needed to put into a song for a very long time. It's basically the whole thing of like, if you're not dating, if you're not actively dating and you're not actively in a relationship with someone and you're doing that single thing of like, I'm single and I'm actually just really happy to be single right now. I personally find that my mental health just like goes through the roof and I'm like in a perfect state of zen at all times and nothing bad ever happens to me ever. And whenever I get into a thing with somebody, I become absolutely insane. I just turn into a crazy person. Many people will tell you that, and it is the truth. But yeah. I only made that deal with myself, and you treated me well. No, don't you do it, baby, please, but do it. If the girls find out, they'll crack me like a Liberty Bell. We always know you ought to go. So this part of the song is kind of like the part of the night where you're a bit drunker than you thought you were going to be, and you're starting to rationalize the unraveling of your predisposed plans and logic. So, you know, maybe I went into the club with the intention of being single and just having a fun night for the girls and just doing things for the girls and nothing else. But, you know, you have a couple of Guinnesses or perhaps gin and tonics, and then you start to make the decision of like, maybe I'm just going to do all those bad things anyway. So that's that part of the song. It's time for you to listen to someone else. If you ever gonna learn how to trust yourself, you make every excuse for any boy. So we're captain in the ship, baby girl, ahoy. Yeah, so this is, again, I mean, maybe this is a part of the night, but also maybe this is just a thing that friends have to do for each other sometimes. This is actually my favourite part of the song, to be honest with you, because I think it's kind of the most straightforward lyric about the whole topic of what we're talking about. Sometimes, as a friend, and it's not always a good thing to do, and it's not always a healthy thing to do, but sometimes you just have to tell the person you love that they are doing bad things, and you do that as a way of trying to like help steer the ship. Not necessarily that you want to take over or tell them what to do or tell them how to live their life, but sometimes you need to be absolutely blunt with someone and be like, this is a mess. You're walking into a mess. You're walking into a disaster. I'm going to tell you exactly how bad it is. And this is me steering your ship back to land. I love it when people do that. I do that probably too much. So that was behind all of the lyrics of No More Virgos, which is out now and available to stream everywhere. I've been CMAT, stream CMAT.